Good evening. Welcome to Options Center. It is Tuesday, 7/12/22. Welcome, everybody. It's 10 p.m. We're here to give an update. Just got done playing a little bit of volleyball. Want to check back in. I told our group with the options guy that that we're going lower. We're in a downtrend, and we're going to continue that way. I also put that on the videos yesterday and the day before, so check those out if you need to go back and reference those. But again, we're in a downtrend coming into CPI. There's a whole bunch of hype about whether we're going up or down here, and I did not take off my puts. I didn't even put on any protection because it seems to be clear to me what kind of trend we're doing, and if we're wrong, we have some stops there anyway. So let's jump into this. We're gonna go to ES on the multiple time frames with monthly started. So we had our ending wave of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're coming back down for a possible larger wave 4 or wave 2. We don't know yet, but we're in a downtrend. So we're going to continue to look at this that way. It looks like we're flagging here. I said that in the last video, and it looks like our next target should be around that 3,500 area where the 50 monthly simple moving averages at. Our MACD, we're headed to the downside, not quite to that zero line yet. Same thing, downtrend on the RSI, so we continue to look at it that way. All right, let's go to the weekly, see if we see something different. On that weekly trend, we had that bearish rising wedge, and we talked about wedges the last week, and we emphasized it on Twitter and Facebook, Reels, TikTok, all those things, Instagram. And I just want to reiterate, we're in a downtrend, you guys. So until something else changes, you see, we put this line on here yesterday. We came back on the weekly to test the 8 EMA. It's a trending indicator. It's our moving average that trends. Come back to it each and every time, and we test it, and we fail. And we did the same thing this time. Now, we didn't make new lows yet, but that's what we're aiming for. We're actually at least targeting this area here. We're possibly a confluence of the 200-week moving average, also this support area, and a possible channel. This channel can be redrawn in different ways, so that's not what I'm eyeing on. But then we have this 50% retracement, which is usually where we at least get some sort of bounce on all different time frames when you're at the 50. So maybe this is where we get a bounce and then we move on. Otherwise, we start breaking down from these areas, and we're going to continue to the downside. Okay, so on the MACD, on the weekly, we're trending down. RSI came right back to that downtrend line, and we're breaking down from it. So listen, if the numbers tomorrow and we just start, are wonderful or something, and we just start forming some sort of bullish structure, then I'll go with that. I'll get out of my trades, and then we'll move on. But until then, continue to the downside. All right, so trend is our friend. On the daily, we have this wedge that we've been watching. You can call it a bullish wedge, it's a falling wedge. Until we get above there, it's not bullish. We have a wedge, a rising wedge that you see continuously. There's wedges all over the place. This is a wedge as well. Broke down, wedge, broke down, wedge, broke down, back tested. We talked about that again. If you check out our TikTok on Options Tenor at Options Tenor, we talked about this wedge breaking down, and we said, hey, we're just back testing. We came into supply, which is I'll get a little bit closer here. For the daily, the supply, you see this reversal candle here. That's that evening star reversal we're talking about. That's where the supply is. It's reinforced with this this support, now resistance area. And we had a doji candle here. I was calling it an evening star. It looks different on the different indices, but same thing, breaking down, and we got underneath that 8 EMA again. So the 8 EMA it's basically moving sideways, so we can't use that as a trending indicator at this point, but we're underneath it and we're holding on to that 20. Of course, they're going to keep us in limbo right before a CPI number. That's what the big hype is about. So we're going to, but you notice we reversed. We're breaking down, and we're going to probably play back and forth until we get those numbers at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. All right, so that's what we're looking at. We're underneath resistance. We start to move to the upside. You know, I got short way back here, and actually there's a couple shorts from also from the areas that we got burnt on a little bit, but we got short. So we're in the money. It's fine. We're going to take some off if we you know, if we start to move lower, and we'll just continue on to see if we can get above this resistance here. If we start breaking here and getting back above it, then I think we have our high. This is a lower high at this point, but we have a higher low, lower high, higher low. And if we start breaking that point to where we get above here, that's going to make a higher high. And then we have a different kind of structure on the daily. I know that's way above there. That's you know, coming down from the 3,800 area to the 39.25. That's a 100-point move. A lot of you can't take that kind of, you know, it's very stressful. But if you save some of your ammo and munition and we start getting above this area, then we should be breaking out from there. All right, last thing we're going to look at is the 65-minute chart. See if we see anything above here. At this point, we had this wedge. We broke down. We're back testing that wedge, actually building another one in a smaller time frame, and that's where we're looking at now. We broke down from that point. It looks like a impulsive wave down and a back test and going back. So we do have on the Patreon. I did post the Elliott wave counts that we have. If you're interested in being in there, just check us out. And you know, even if you just want to give back, if this is helping you out, then please feel free. But looking at MACD in the short term, we broke out from this downtrend. We're back testing. Yeah, that's a positive for the upside for tomorrow. But that could easily be burned down and go to the downside. And same thing with the RSI, broke down from it, back testing, and it could go up from there, or it could go down at this point. But you know, we're checking this out. We're going to see what happens in the morning, and we'll see what is going on. We'll check back tomorrow evening or early on Thursday morning. So thanks for joining us here at Options Tender. Don't forget to like the videos, and if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that notification button so you can get all these updates whenever we do them.